Indonesia's booming seaweed industry generated more than $260 million in exports from January to October last year. And more than 80% of that harvest went to China, its top market for the past decade. But this heavy reliance carries risks for the industry, as CNA's Chatni Bhavani reports in the series on Indonesia's green gold.
Sites like these are common along the coastlines of Takalar Regency, a seaweed industrial area in South Sulawesi, Indonesia's top seaweed-producing province. Often referred to as green gold, seaweed is one of Indonesia's leading commodities, and China has been its top export market for more than a decade.
Yang paling dominan itu adalah ke Tiongkok, ke China. Itu ke Tiongkok itu terutama untuk jenis rumput laut yang raw material, jadi dalam bentuk kering.
This local warehouse exports a variety of dried seaweed to Vietnam, the Philippines, Chile, and Spain. But 90% of its stocks go to China.
Sebenarnya tantangan terbesar yang di kami itu sebenarnya dari masalah harga. Soalnya kan kalau rumput itu fluktuatif kan dia harganya. Terus bahan baku yang memang berkualitas. Jadi kan terkadang kita butuhnya bahan baku yang berkualitas tinggi agar supaya cost kita nggak bertambah untuk mau prosesnya lagi. Jadi itu yang masih tantangannya. Terus untuk lagi dari segi penjualan memang saat ini kita ingin berharap bukan China juga yang kita supply.
Diversifying markets is exactly what this factory is doing. They regularly ship to Chile and Spain and are currently exploring the UK market. Selling to a wider range of countries also help these businesses lower the risks that comes with over-reliance.
Harga yang ke China dengan ke Eropa tentunya berbeda. Eropa mungkin lebih sedikit agak menarik dibandingkan China karena memang kami tahu persis kalau di China kan banyak pabrik yang sejenis, tentunya harga tentu bersaing juga.
While Indonesia supplies the raw material, China leads the global processing sector, a dominance that's evident in South Sulawesi, where Chinese manufacturer BLG built a factory to produce seaweed byproducts such as carrageenan. Carrageenan is a gelling, thickening, and stabilizing agent extracted from red seaweed. It is used in food, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals.
Seaweed processing factories typically have labs like this. Prior to being processed into carrageenan, the seaweed must be tested for viscosity, gel strength, pH level, and moisture content. Food-grade carrageenan must also be tested for its total plaque count.
Industry players say limited investment in research and development is a key reason Indonesia's seaweed industry lags behind processing powerhouses such as China and Japan.
Kekurangan di kami di industri dalam negeri itu alokasi R&D sangat kecil. Sangat kecil. Jadi mungkin karena base-nya awalnya dari pedagang ya, terus masuk ke industri. Sangat berbeda. Saya hampir tiap tahun sebelum COVID itu boleh dikata keliling ke teman-teman, ya termasuk di kantor pusat BLG. Saya melihat labnya, segala rupa penelitian mereka. Jadi mereka mengambil produk-produk yang ada di pasaran, kemudian membentuk grup-grup kecil, itu ada diteliti bagaimana supaya produk itu bisa masuk terformulasi di produk tersebut, baik makanan maupun minuman. Di Jepang juga sama.
Authorities say barely 12% of Indonesia's total seaweed cultivation potential is currently utilized, and Indonesia is looking to significantly develop this.
Pandangan kami industri rumput laut sebuah langkah menarik sebenarnya, apalagi dengan isu hilirisasi dari pemerintah. Hanya saja memang bagaimana bangunan ekosistem ini bisa menjadi terkoneksi antara satu fase dengan fase yang lain.
As Indonesia looks to maximize the potential of its fast-growing seaweed sector, industry players say more needs to be done if Indonesia is to effectively compete and succeed on the global stage. Chatni Bhavani, CNA, South Sulawesi, Indonesia.